Start with questions for Coach Jack.
Hey, what's up, Coach Jack? So you guys have been able to kind of really use your size advantage inside and kind of dominate some of the non-conference opponents. And then now that you're going into ACC competition, I was just curious to see how that's going to adjust.
We're going to try to do our same thing, but they're bigger, they're stronger. We're still faster, I think, and a lot of teams in our conference. But it's a new season. It's 0-0 right now, and it's going to be very important that we understand. The young lady that plays for Wake Forest, she is she's a sensational scorer. The three ball, the mid-range, the layup, she's going to get them all in, but we're going to have to be locked on early ready defensively. We can't, oh my God, react after somebody do something. We got to be a lot more ready. And as we practice today, we practice certain positions on the floor where you're at a disadvantage and how if you stay ready, how you not. So, we're going to adjust, and this is our first time. We can't really say what we're going to do, how we're going to do it. I was never in the ACC before, and as we go through it, we're going to continue to get better.
Coach, Alzheimer's Awareness Day on Sunday. People will be wearing their purple. Can you talk about what that type of day means to you and your connection?
Well, my mom is battling Alzheimer's right now, and that's always not a fun time. A lot of people want to bring awareness to something, but when you bring awareness to something, it also makes the people that's going through it to think about it and have some kind of feelings, and that's always an emotional time for me and a moment for me. I kind of wish that we weren't doing it so early in the season like this, but I'm trying to go through it as we go through it through the years. You're going to notice it's going to be more in February more so than, the beginning of the year. But at the end of the day, I think that they're having some breakthroughs with Alzheimer's, and some people are being able to slow it down and things of that nature. But right now, it won't help my mom, but it's certainly going to help so many others in this world. And if we can help somebody as we pass along the way, is the song we sing in church, then our living will not be in vain. So we're going to bring attention, and we're going to hope to save and help and grow awareness to this incredulous mental disease.
Last week, actually, no, we'll go look forward, sorry. You mentioned that the ACC's got a lot more size and a lot more aggressiveness. Olivia Samuel, about 2 blocks a game for Wake Forest. Inside, what's the game plan for her?
We show her the ball. You want to block it, here it is. And we're going to shoot it when we're ready. And what we're going to try to consider doing is to really focus on who we are, Syracuse, what we've come to do. And if you're a shot blocker, you better be able to meet me at the rim, because we're not going to change who we are, but we're going to see that target, our best buddy, which we call the backboard, and we're coming to you, and we're going to come through you. And there's no disrespect. It's just who we're trying to become.
What are you guys looking forward to most in ACC play?
We're not looking forward to anything in ACC play. We're just looking forward to the next opportunity to play and come together and get in the foxhole and get that sisterhood and get that communication. I had you guys waiting longer than I ever would, or again, but at that moment, dialogue came up with our players, and they really want to get into conversations about how we can become a better team and a better sister and create that sisterhood. In that moment, I needed to let them know that they had all of me, and I just believe that the more we play this season, the more we connect as people in every game that comes, whether it's an ACC game or it could be Albany in the next couple of days. We get together and continue to love each other and learn from each other. We're going to be a fun team to go up against in March.
And Coach, you're talking to Tisha for a little bit after practice. What were some of the conversations that you were having with her?
I got to get her more involved with the offense, and I'm asking her, what do I need to do? As a point guard, she's more of a facilitator, and we got to get her off the ball a little bit more, and so that she can actually, do some fun things without the ball, and see the game and help DeAsia by seeing it, and so that we can know that they're interchangeable, if you will. And we talked about yesterday's practice wasn't as good as it needed to be, and the apologies was on both ends, and we're just a family. Sometimes mom's gonna yell at you wrong, and I'm gonna own it, and some days kid's not gonna make her bed up, but she gotta own that. Right? It's a family mindset that we have here, and it's really cool that she's allowing me to come into her space where she can trust me completely.
Maybe I'm late on this wave, but the sweatshirt,
yes.
the Tisha Hyman sweatshirt,
yeah.
Can you talk more about that?
Oh, I bought it. It's cool, isn't it? It's really nice. I had one yesterday, and I had the Aces on. If family doesn't support you and give you recognition, then who is, right? And so they made these shirts up, and Stretch is next. You got one coming. I can only imagine what it's going to be. But I just think that the world needs to know that these young people are phenomenal women in the making, and they're working hard to show their craft. And if you look at our players differently than you look at other players that happen to be male, shame on you, because you're going to miss out on great athletes come through here. This is where great people come to do great things. And if you look at just one side of it, only males, then you got to decide that you better not have any daughters, you better not have any mothers, you better not have any sisters, because you got to be able to see us as people that's viable options as well. And I want to support not only our players, but all the athletes that come through this great place we call home.
One of the coolest things about the game against Wagner, I believe, is that everybody on the roster scored a point. How awesome was that for your team to kind of celebrate?
It's for them. Those guys get in the locker room, ladies get in the locker room, and they laugh and have fun and point and do all that stuff. And anytime we can have opportunities where we can all be in that good feeling thing, you want that for your family, and that was really great for them to have.
You mentioned the sisterhood, and I imagine that that feeling of connection grows a lot tighter for a team when you're spending so much time together around the holidays, and maybe they can't go home. Do you sense this kind of that period of transition for the freshmen experiencing that for the first time, and what do you tell them?
Yeah, we're gonna do some fun things. You know, I went to the Samaritan House yesterday and served food, and the humility behind that is something our players want to do. And now in January we're gonna have time to do more things like that. Get to the bowling alley a little bit, get to my house a little bit more. And it's been a fast, furious, crazy time since March to get all these players here, to get us into this family, to also throw academics, which is a very strong academic school here. And then now the finals are going. It's been a lot for these young people, and I really recognize that. I hadn't been let up on what I'd expect from them, and neither has our community. But now we've got some time where we can kind of just play basketball and have some fun. I think it's going to show later on in January, going into February, the foundation that we're trying to create here. The word is called family.
First 5 minutes against Wake Forest, what are you looking for?
Defense. We want to defend the ball. We want to have high energy. We want to push the ball with poise. I think our pace is who we are. I think we're in the top 20 in pace when it comes to possessions per game, and we're going to give it the pace that we want. But we got to be able to run with that pace, and so we're trying to get ourselves in better shape. And I think that's what we're looking for. And if we can do that, if not, we're going to call some box sets and slow the game down, and it's going to be not so fun game to watch. But we don't care how we win. We just know that we want to win.
Anything else?
Thank you so much. Sorry again for
Thanks, Coach.
keeping you waiting.